Alright, happy Sunday. The schedule for me is just like been like so messed up because for the last stream I started like 30 minutes late. Actually, 48 minutes late. And then the other stream I started the next day. I had to postpone it, so my timing when it comes to this stuff, usually it works like clockwork because I stick to the schedule, but I want to say that time is kind of stuck for me. Either it goes really fast or it goes really slow. And when there's like interruptions, it's obviously a lot more difficult to manage. But I hope you guys are having a great Sunday so far. Hey, legalized nuclear bombs. JSYK. JSYK. My voice is a little little dry because I had like a bowl of spaghetti. I was like really hungry and there was like nothing in the house. So I was like, you know what? I'll just cook up some spaghetti. We have some leftovers. And there's like some things that people put on the spaghetti that like I don't know if like some people do this, but they put like a fried egg on top of the spaghetti. And then there's like my mom on the other hand. My mom puts like a like she puts like a slice of Kraft cheese and then like put it in the microwave and it melts on top. I don't know if like I feel like that's like really good. It's probably like the only thing that I think is like the combination I think works really well. But yeah, if you're wondering, my voice is like super dry because of that. Just so you know, it's just so you know. Okay, alright. I see now. Alright. Sometimes I don't get when people use internet slang. Like, it'll become apparent when somebody explains it to me, but I do appreciate you telling me about it. You may get copyright strike during this stream. One of the useless websites has the song Get Lucky in it. That's okay, I don't mind getting copyright strike. Well, I don't mind getting copyright claimed. I know one time, I had a friend one time, I explained this in like the dragon beard making video, the one where I made candy. She got copyright struck because some dude couldn't take it and like understand that they need to use like the video explaining how to make it or how other people make it so that she can make it herself. But I digress about that. I've seen the take me to a useless website before, but I'm more familiar with Board Button. Board Button? Is that actually like another website? Let me see. I wonder what the difference is. Oh wow. You guys don't happen to know that like the websites are actually like randomized, or are they like in a set manner? Like, I can't imagine that they would just pull some random site that they think is useless, right? Because one of the things that I always worry about whenever I have to click on like a site or like a link that leads to like a bunch of other websites is just the random chance that it will fall on some sort of website that has lewd things on it that shouldn't be seen on stream, which I think is when it comes to like taking a chance on anything, that's one of the streamer's worst nightmare. But for me, I don't mind, unless it's actually that. If I get a copyright strike to listening to a song, that's fine. I don't mind that. But I do appreciate the what is it? The advice. Oh, that reminds me. So I watched like this, I keep getting recommended like Fear and Hunger videos, and I saw that one YouTuber, they kept rolling their R's. Like whenever they spoke, and the word that they spoke had an R in it, they just kept rolling it. And I wonder if this is like a common thing outside of the States where people say it casually or like speak it naturally. Because I can't imagine that people in the States actually do that. I don't think we roll our R's exactly. I just think it's such a like I have a feeling that it must be like accent based, because there's no way that in the US people actually do that. And even like outside of the US, I've never really heard anybody like roll their R's unless it's like they actually intend on doing it just to prove a point or to emphasize like the word. So I think it's really interesting in that regard. Like, how many of you guys can actually roll your R's? Like, I literally can't. Let me try. I literally can't. I feel like you really have to. Maybe it depends on like where you're born and how people speak a language, and then you sort of acquire it in some way. You acquire that accent, and then it's like a natural thing that you just say it without even knowing. Anyways, so yesterday I helped my brother. I had to. He had like a garbage truck that he rented because a ton of the garbage wouldn't fit in the regular garbage can, and usually they take the trash out once a week. And since he had like a bunch of garbage, he had to rent this huge garbage truck in order to drive it to like the landfill or whatever he wants to do with it. And like his whole garage was like extremely messy. So, and I found like the funny thing was his mind was like focused elsewhere. So after we were done, it took us about like maybe a couple hours. He was like, I'm gonna go fishing. So he woke up really early, and we had to wake up really early too, and we went to his house. And we cleaned the entire garage. We cleaned the backyard as well, like full of bags and of garbage. And we threw all of it into the truck. And then he said, alright, we're done for today. I'm gonna go fishing. But I do have to wonder though. I don't know, like there's some activities that I don't quite understand why people like. And maybe because I went with my brother to fish one time, and I don't exactly get why it's fun. So I went to him, like I went fishing with him like a couple times, and we went fishing to some sort of lake. And we would just cast something, we just cast a line, and we would wait for like 3 hours just to pick up something. So, for whatever reason, that for him is fun. And maybe my definition of fun is different, but I just don't understand why fishing is fun. Like, the same thing goes for like some sports. Some people like to crap on golf, and I'd like to think that golf is like in the exact same territory, but I'm not really sure if like some people like golf yourselves, or you guys may like mini golf. Maybe it's fun or something, but I just don't get the idea of just like waiting for something to bite on like a bobber and then like to pull it up. For him though, he just catches the fish and he releases it. He doesn't like catch and eat it or anything. He actually has like a license for that, and I wouldn't say he's not allowed, but he can't really catch a certain length. I think it has to be like 5 inches or something. Has to be above or below. I don't remember. But yeah, not to crap on people's activities. I just personally think that fishing is not fun for me, but he was very excited to go early on. Hey Gian Diana Smith, I hope you're having a good Sunday so far. Happy surfing the web Sunday? Yes. Well, actually, we have like 2 websites. Neutrality's our said that there was like another website. It was something, I think it was like board button. Yeah, so we might like flip-flop in between, and I honestly think that having a little bit of a variety apart from just one website would help a lot, because they must like dig from like some pool of websites. They can't just like grab random websites and just certify it as like useless. But I imagine like they both have like the same concept. Fishing, it's not about fishing, it's about fishing. I know more people that fish and release everything than I know people that fish and keep any. I remember there was one time my brother fished a tortoise. I don't know how. I don't know where he got a tortoise, but he fished it and he put it in a tank. His own little, I wouldn't say like fish tank, but it's like his own little sanctuary. And he kind of just sat there. Tortoise didn't really do anything. Like occasionally it would come out, like out of its like own little bungalow thing. But I haven't seen the tortoise since. Because that was like a long while ago. And I'm surprised that he's still into fishing. Golf is fun. It is? Can you explain why? I know mini golf can be fun, because at least for mini golf, like you have different obstacles and you have to like get over like a hurdle or like a windmill and just like pass it through the hole and then have it enter the other hole. I can get mini golf because there's like some sort of obstacle in the way, but like for regular golf, either you hit the ball. Well, there's like three options. Either you hit the ball on the green, you hit the ball and it goes into the water, or you hit the ball and it goes to the sand pit. Those are the only three options. Or actually, the fourth option is just not to play altogether. At least I think that's like the fourth. You could just like do something else. But for some people who like golf, it's not to shame you guys, but it's just personally not for me. Maybe for golf, it's because it's like you're in a relaxed state and everything. How do I put this? You're in a relaxed state where everything isn't exactly fast-paced, and you can take your time with it and hang out with other people and talk at the same time. Whereas like other sports, they're very fast-paced, like volleyball or basketball or football. You don't necessarily get the leisure of talking to other people. Maybe that's like an activity for family or friends to do, and I feel like that's exactly the whole point of it, probably. I don't know, because that immediately just popped into my mind. But I don't know any family members besides maybe my brother that invited me to fish. I hope it wasn't a tortoise. Don't like water much, but turtles like water. Yeah, I wonder whatever happened to the turtle. I don't know what he did with it, and I never really asked, and it only ever popped into my mind now. Now you're understanding fishing and golf. Oh, also, hey Dr. Madness. I forgot to say hello, but I hope you're having a nice Sunday so far. Alright, let me go to a quote-unquote useless website. Alright. So, the first website of the many websites is gonna be useless website. So you can search this on Google, and there's not really a whole lot of effort. You just have to click the button that says please. And again, I'm not really sure what kind of websites they contain. I think I clicked it once out of curiosity, and it led me to some sort of wiki on like some plants. Or it had something to do with... I forget. It had something to do with gardening of some kind. But I don't think it was useless. I just think it wasn't exactly for me. The 2 places men are allowed to turn off gadgets and no one is supposed to talk much or loudly. Well, you are right about that. The whole fishing part where we didn't really have like electronics out. We just like sat and talked. Or not sat and talked. We stood for 3 hours while we cast the lines and talked. For him though, I think he drank beer. Okay. Oh, this was the website. It led me to this. Led me to paint toys. Wow. Are you guys into painting? Probably not. This is another cool website to go to, but Google has this thing called Experience, where it had a bunch of nerdy stuff and as well as some activities to do there. Okay, let me see. I'll queue that up. Oh wow. Alright, let's read the caption, guys. Paint toys. A small playground of creative canvases to bring out your creative side with a few beautiful limitations inspired by the art world. Or are we dropping links for you? Well, I guess what you can do is either you can do it in the Discord or you could just link it in the chat. Or, well, not exactly link it. I can't press links. For whatever reason, YouTube doesn't allow me to do that. It sort of does, but it either 404s or on the off chance it does work, it usually just pops up as like the Internet Explorer. And I know that's like the sad thing. I still have Internet Explorer. Don't laugh at me. It's there by default. It's not like I can delete it. I use Google Chrome. I don't use Internet Explorer. It just so happens that it's still on my PC. I don't know who still does that though. Is this worse than MS Paint? Let's see. Oil paints. Dripping oils is a great way to explore the permanent and random nature of art. This is the perfect place to get your polish on. Oh, okay. Well, wait, how's this a useless website, though? I don't get it. How's this a useless website? Oh, you can do splatter paints if you're really interested in coloring stuff. Oh yeah. Is this one of those art pieces that the random squiggly line is worth 2K, isn't it? You talking about modern art? I sometimes wonder about the state of modern art and whether or not we'll get to a point where like maybe a dot is a masterpiece and people will just go pay $10 to see it. I can't help but feel bad about that. You guys know what I mean. It's not to shame people who make that sort of thing and they make like millions. I like to think, and I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I like to think for the millionaires who make modern arts and they profit off it, like doing stuff like this, it's usually because it's like a money laundering thing. And I feel like there's no way in the entire world people would pay like millions of dollars just for this to display it in their like multi-million-dollar homes. Like I feel like you yourself could possibly do this, but I don't get it. I don't get how it would be worth $1 million. Like, I feel like you can do this yourself, right? But what qualifies as like masterpiece versus something that isn't, right? When people like measure modern art, they say, oh, this contains a whole bunch of emotions and has feelings of anger or resentment, and this is kind of like what it is. Like, you could say maybe the colors, it's because of that. Like, you can add some like color splatter, but it's like why though? Why would this be worth $1 million? Like, I mean, I'm not saying mine is, but is it because like when it comes to art, some people say that art isn't necessarily in the form, but it could be abstract, and it has to deal with abstract thinking instead of something that you see as concrete. I mean, I'm sure there's like some pieces of art that you can't necessarily see a form, and it could be considered a masterpiece, but I don't consider this a masterpiece. I'm pretty positive it's money laundering. I made this when finger painting as a 2-year-old. Did you guys do like any finger paints or like coloring stuff when you were kids? This is kind of what it reminds me of. Except maybe a whole bunch of like watercolors. That was fun. Yay, we did oil paints. Are you guys ready for the next one? It's called One Line. One line. Sometimes limitations can bring out the most in your creativity. Embrace your inner Picasso and try your hand at drawing with just a single line. Now we're getting into the groove of things. This is a single line, guys. Oh wait, they even outlined it for us. Alright, what can I draw? What can I draw with a single line that represents froggies? I know David Hamburgerson yesterday, he said like you would become like the humongo frog. Now, I'm not good at like art or anything, but I like to imagine that maybe someday I might become humongo frog. Okay, it's a really messed up humongo frog, but you guys sort of get it, I think. Okay, it's a really deformed humongo frog. Okay, now it looks like a giant turtle. Damn, can you guys believe that? I did that all with one line. Like, I'm not gonna lie though, this is not very good. I don't know who came up with the concept of drawing something in one line. Like, it's continuous too. Like, there's no stopping the line. The line just goes wherever it wants. You could create like a little imaginary cloud. See, you could say, this is what I imagine myself would be turning in 50 years. Maybe. I made a few paintings when I was younger. They are hanging around in the house. Oh, that's nice. I remember I drew something, or I painted something. Not painted something. I drew something. I drew like a bird of some kind, but I forgot where I put it. I showed my mom, and she was like, "Oh, that's good. That's nice, son. That looks good." But I don't think it was like necessarily worthy of being put on like the fridge. I think that's when when you've made it as a kid, when the piece of art that you drew, it makes it on the fridge wall. Okay, let's see. Paint with text. Combine poetry with brushstrokes with this unique tool that can only really exist digitally. Calligrams are a great way to express yourself. What is calligrams? I never heard of that before. Because the thing that I feel like is the literally same exact thing is like wingdings, which is the text in Word, or not the text, it's the font. So I have a feeling that it could be like this. And people use wingdings all the time. Just as like to write things out. But I can never understand like fully what wingdings mean. To me, they're just like emojis in font form. I drew a lighthouse with one line once. It was in Pictionary. Became an art discussion stream. Yeah, definitely, it became an art destruction. It became an art discussion stream just because the website led us here. Wish I was a TMNT. My brother used to be really interested in a whole bunch of Ninja Turtles. Same with Bionicles. He was like really interested in that thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, you can draw and oh, that's so cool. That's so cool and kind of stupid. You're just drawing with the words. Here, I'll draw him like a little top hat too. You know, now that I take a look at it, it doesn't look like a top hat. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe it's because I can't make a square. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I made that worse. Wingdings are a simple coding system that you can decode by changing the font. I'm not really sure exactly. I never really read too deep into like wingdings. I know that I used it one time. I used it for like a high school essay, just to troll my teacher. Like I put it in the front. And he was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, it was an essay on To Kill a Mockingbird, and I put that on the front cover. I was like, "What is this?" But behind that was the actual essay, so I actually got him really good. I just thought that was like a funny thing to do. I just typed the whole essay like in Wingdings, and I put it in the front. But the actual essay was in the back. Okay. Well, I guess I can't draw the eyes. Here, let me draw like a wizard staff. It's the 16th anniversary after all. It's the... I should have drawn like a wizard hat. That would have been cool. Art is beautiful, just like the term only a mother would love. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think of like unconditional versus conditional love? Like, do you think loving your kid is based on the condition of them being your kid? Because I feel like to love someone or to love something, it would have to be reliant on a condition, right? The condition being related to you. Because I never understood when people say they love somebody unconditionally. Like, is that ever existent? Like, I don't understand. Like, the way I see it is like, in order to love somebody, you have to love them for a reason, right? Because I feel like unconditional love, it doesn't exactly exist. Or maybe I'm getting like the definition of like unconditional and conditional love wrong. Yeah, that was a good one. Paint with text, huh? Oh! What? What is this? Paint like Mondrian. Who's that? Are you a fan of abstract art? You bet your butt I am. I'm trying to be more wholesome, but this Mondrian-esque art generator is a fun and accessible way to explore the world of neoplastism and create your own modern masterpiece. What is neoplastism? What's the neo? What is that? What does that mean? Neoplatism is an art movement that emphasizes the use of primary colors, straight lines, and rectangle planes to create a visual harmony that restores the balance to everyday life. Okay, so it's like some people who like to live minimally. So whenever you go to their house, it looks like they're homeless because they have nothing there. Either that or they got robbed. And it kind of reminds me of that. Minimalism. Okay, that's cool. Let's learn how to paint with neoplastism. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, the colors are coming. It auto colors it, I guess. So it's just intersecting lines. Well, not intersecting lines, but it's just lines in general. That's kind of cool. It's like some sort of mosaic piece. It probably means the opposite of I only love you because so-and-so. Like, I really like it when there's like a bunch of, like, I know it looks really simple, but I just like the fact that like there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on. I feel like when you compare this to like Picasso with like the ink blots, like at the very least there's like something about this that makes it interesting. Maybe it's because like the way it's presented, everything's uniform, whereas like for the splatter paint, everything's messy. . only a mother would love is loving something or someone no matter what. Well, I like to imagine that my stance on it is, in order to love someone means that you need to love yourself first. So I feel like for parents out there, they might have the problem of loving their kids more than they actually care for themselves first. Because like the whole concept of loving someone is reliant on you loving yourself first and taking care of yourself first. I know this technically isn't related to what we're talking about, but I just want to mention that. I feel like you can only take care of someone as long as you can take care of yourself. Splatter painting reminds me of spilt baby food. It sort of does. It's like it kind of does. It's really weird, but the way the lines work together, like it blends really well. I have to imagine though. I always wonder like how some of the artists like Picasso got really famous. Because he just splattered paint on a wall, and then he called it art, and everybody was impressed by that. Unless Picasso did something different, right? Like I always wonder like how some people get discovered for like some of the art pieces that they made. Because I feel like since he made that art splatter, anybody can make it, right? Hold on. You guys know what I mean? Okay, not these. These are very abstract. It wasn't Picasso. Oh my god, I got it wrong, really? Okay, I feel embarrassed now. Okay, forget what I said. Okay, Jackson Pollock. You guys see what I mean? I feel like something that doesn't have the form, like you could technically just do this. Like, I don't quite understand how it, like, necessarily the people who did this got discovered by it. Maybe because he was, like, the first person to do it, that's why he got discovered. Nobody at the time really thought, hey, maybe if I just splash the paint on the wall, and then I call it art, and I present it to a bunch of people, I'll get famous. See, I have to imagine that's how people... That's how people get started. Because otherwise, like if you don't call it art yourself and you aren't confident in calling it art, I don't think anybody would believe that it was art. But yeah, that's my stance on it. I'm sure there's like a couple of pieces here, maybe a couple here that you guys might think looks good in some way. But for me, the picture doesn't say 1,000 words. It just, for me, it says one word. The word is yeah. Okay, let me go back. Well, that was that was Paint Toys, one of the useless websites. Do you guys consider this as a useless website? Personally, I don't think this was like a useless website at all, because I feel like if you really wanted to test like your art skills and like the many styles there are, like it's not exactly useless, but is it like a waste of time per se? I'd say kind of. I mean, like if you want to beat around the bush and just like mess around. But I imagine like it has some use to it. This was like a fun art session. Okay, let's see what other useless website we have. Oh, we have optical toys. Okay. Let's start with number 1. This is called the Thatcher effect. Oh wait, you guys... okay. It says, a mysterious brain twister. The faces are wrong, but they don't seem right while upside down. Oh, I remember this kind of. So, I don't know if you guys ever like had these optical illusions where, like, if you flip an image and you showed it to somebody, their brain goes, if I flip it back up, then it's gonna be correct. But in reality, if I flip it, then like in your minds, if you see it right now, do you think it looks right? Because it, like, you see it and it's like, oh, that's just somebody's face upside down. But the reason why because it might look right is because for people, and I saw this one time, I think this is the reason for it. So people imagine the images of somebody's face to be people, for humans, we have this effect in our minds where when we see a face, we recognize facial features. And that's one of the reasons why, that's the main reason why this is an optical illusion. So when we flip it up, it looks really weird. See? Because when we recognize the facial features and not the entire face, then this is what it turns out to be. And I know this looks like something out of the 1920s horror movies, or like Frankenstein or whatever, but this is the reality of it. I know it looks weird, but isn't that cool? Jackson accidentally spilled his art supply and just posed it as modern art. You mean he stripped himself naked and he just like paint splattered himself over the canvas? That's kind of cool. I'm sure some people would have liked to do that back in the day, but that's kind of... I don't know. So, do people still pose to draw like others and like to get paid to draw others or something? Scroll to understand, right? Oh, this is a lot. Okay, let me zoom on in. So, the Thatcher effect, as you may have experienced in the interactive examples above, shows that when a face is upside down, but its features, eyes and mouth in this case, are themselves upside down, thus appearing right side up, the brain has a hard time recognizing the face to be tampered with or wrong at all. This is a great example of how the brain processes faces and how it can be fooled by simple tricks. So yeah. There's also like a case study on this if you're really interested in that. But I just find it really interesting that for most people, we're so focused on like the facial features that if you turn it like upside down, it's not exactly what it would be. Okay. The next one, it says the disappearing bicyclist. And for this, you have to count the bicyclist and click anywhere for a small rotation and count again. I don't know, I don't quite get this one. The way I see it though is like their legs are disappearing and they're kind of reappearing. Like just off of like the wheel. So it's kind of changing. But I don't see like the disappearing bicyclist. They fit either way. Is that the optical illusion? Is that no matter how I turn it, it's always, the legs are always gonna fit together? Okay, well, how is this an optical illusion? This is one of the famous puzzle makers, Sam Lloyd's vanishing puzzles. Sam Lloyd himself is one of the most historied and famous puzzle makers and has published hundreds of thousands of puzzles. This one, the disappearing bicyclist, is one of my favorites, using a simple rotation to hide the secrets of the puzzle, yet show you in full plain sight how it is operating. Okay. This one is a relatively simple to operate. Count the bicyclist on the screen, and click anywhere and count again. You'll see that they'll go from 13 to 12, and hence the conundrum will arrive. Where did the extra come from? Okay, let me see. Oh, wait, so I guess this is, so they're supposed to be like 13, and then it disappears down to like 12. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if I turn this, then there should be like 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, the math checks out. So that really is an optical illusion. That's cool. Oh. Pretty colors. Something is amiss. Are they moving or not? How can this be? Anybody have like epilepsy? I do have to wonder though, like, can people even get like triggered by this sort of thing? Maybe it might mess up your eyes if you stare into it too long. What do you guys think? Do you think the colors are moving, or are they not moving? Or is it your mind that thinks that they're moving? I like to think that, from what I see, like I see the colors are changing, but they're not exactly moving. I guess maybe if you stare into the middle and you take a look at the... What is this? You take a look at the... You take a look at the arrow, and then... Like, you look at the arrow, and then you take a look at the direction that it's facing, and somehow it's supposed to change, like, the color for everything in, like, one motion. That's kind of cool. This illusion is an example of reverse psi phenomenon, fooling your brain into seeing motion when there is very little. That is, colors are changing, but the primary object is not. This is an example I've built is inspired by the Twitter user. I'm not gonna mention their name. Who has posted multiple videos of similar effects, including spirals and other shapes that I have also hoped to recreate. However, I wanted an interactive version. Okay, so this is the how-to. As you move your mouse or tap around the central circle, you should experience what will feel like the circles on the page changing direction. And in some ways, the feeling that they're moving in said direction, there are a few things that you can do with the settings too, like changing the speed of the color change, or the size of the circles, as well as changing the background, which will significantly alter the effect. So yeah, I guess you can do that. Make it go like really fast. Ooh. Okay. Next illusion. So the next illusion is, it says stare directly into the dot at the center of the circle. Firstly, you'll notice that the area where the circle is missing will turn into the green circle. And eventually, you'll only be able to see that single circle. So you gotta stare directly at the center of the circle. Or into the dot. But that's not a dot, that's like a tomato. I do see a green circle. If you guys stare like deep into the dot, you'll see a green circle, like going around. But you have to stare for a little bit of time. Like you'll see a green circle literally just keep passing by. You ever stare at a ceiling fan and suddenly the blades start going backwards? You know what you remind me? It reminds me of like another optical illusion. You guys ever heard of like the... what was it called? There was like a... This one was like extremely popular. It's called the spinning dancer. Where if you stared at like this dancer, either it rotates clockwise or it rotates counterclockwise, and it's dependent on how your mind sees like the bottom of the leg. So if you focus your attention for that, like for some people you see clockwise first or you see counterclockwise. I don't really know what's like the clear consensus of this, whether it's like spinning clockwise or counterclockwise, because you can see both. It's sort of like Yanny and Laurel. For old people you can hear Laurel, but for young people you can hear Yanny. Yeah, this is called the spinning ballerina. So if you stare really deep into it, yeah, if you focus on the ballerina, you will notice the way she turns, to the left or the right. If you concentrate enough, she will turn on the other side, right or left. Yeah, so just focus on the ballerina. For me, she's turning to the left. But if you focus on the legs, eventually, alright, if you see right or left, if you focus on the main leg, and you have to really focus, then it will spin the opposite for you. But you really have to focus on the leg. Like the one that's not doing like the twirl, but the one that's like holding her up. Can you imagine I get copyright struck for this for playing like the whole minute and 30-second video? I'd be like, fuck it, I don't care. I'd be like, whatever. I'd rather have fun than be limited. I don't know, do you guys see left or do you see right? Because it's either spinning right for you or it's spinning left. And now it's spinning no more. Okay. Let me do it one more time. And the way this works is either... So, for me, I don't know if this is true or not, but it depends on like the way your brain thinks. Either you think with your right side or you think with your left side. And you can somehow just switch that if you just focus hard enough. I know it's really weird, but just give it a moment, and I'm sure it'll work. For some people, it might take a little longer. But yeah, if you have the time, make sure just to do this yourself. If you guys really want to, it's just like the spinning ballerina. You can search it on YouTube. But we're gonna go back to like the other optical illusions. So yeah, the Lilac Chaser is perhaps my favorite illusion of all time, largely because it combines so many illusions into one amazing piece. It was first built by Jeremy Hinton in 2005 and has really made the internet rounds many times. To get this going, all you need to do is focus on the dot in the center, and the rest should hit you one effect after the other. So yeah, guys. You have to look in the center, and for me, there was like a green lights going by. When it first starts, it's always left to right, and within a few seconds it switches. Oh yeah, definitely it does. For me, I want to say, like, for me, the way it worked, though, it took me a large amount of time to actually switch from my left part of my brain to my right part. Or it could be the opposite, I forget which part I used the most, but it took like, I want to say it took like more than like 20 minutes to be able to manage and make it switch. And I can't help but I feel like that's kind of stupid, but it took me a bunch of time just to get it to work. For my eyes to make it turn from left to right. I had it go from right to left, then I couldn't change it back. Well, I don't think it has, I don't think it will have like a permanent effect on your mind. But it's really interesting the way these things work. Oh, also, hey Virgo Farah. Sorry I didn't mention that, but I hope you're having a good Sunday so far. Yeah, we're just doing some useless website exploring. And we did like some sort of art website where we can basically draw or paint a whole bunch of stuff. And now we moved on to optical illusions. Hey, I don't feel good. I haven't eaten a vegetable in like 2 weeks. Really? I'm gonna be honest. I haven't eaten like a vegetable in I haven't eaten a lone vegetable in like a week or so. Well, not lone vegetable. Like eating vegetables by itself, I haven't eaten a single one in a long time. Not unless it's like prepared in a way where it's like a part of the dish. But usually in that case, if you have a deficiency, usually it's a case in like a deficiency of like a vitamin of some kind that you need. maybe take some multivitamins. I don't know if that works or not, and I shouldn't be like giving advice because I'm not like a medical professional. my cousin is, but her field is like in nutrition. But I hope you feel a little bit better eventually. Oh, I know I've been talking about this, and maybe by now it's been like hypnotizing your mind, and you just keep looking at this. Don't keep looking at it. It's my fault. Sometimes I keep yapping and I forget about the stuff going on the screen. Okay, let me move on to the next illusion. Brain games basically was about how your brain works. It had illusions and tests to do with the mind, and how the mind can easily be tricked. There was like one show called like The Masked Magician. I don't know if you guys ever watched it or like remember it, but it was like a really old show, and it was and one dude was really dedicated towards unveiling like all the secrets of like magic tricks. And I thought that show at the time was really cool because he was like the only one that did that showed us how magic tricks actually worked. Not like the small ones. Sometimes it was like the small ones, but other times it was like really big magic tricks as well. I'm not saying like people who get like sawed in half. But hold on, let me show you guys what I mean. I think it was called The Masked Magician. But yeah, this is a really cool series if you want to know more about magic. There's this dude that explains everything and how the tricks are performed. And he even shows it in the show. It just reminded me of that. Anyways, not to go off tangents. So it says, click to change the layer above the ball and it never changes, but your brain makes it seem that like it does. So if I click, it's supposed to change the color. And the trick of it is that it doesn't actually change color. It never changed at all. But your brain makes it seem like it does. Do you guys see it change color? This one doesn't seem real, to be honest. What do you mean? I'm just messing with you guys. Okay, you guys caught me. See, I'm in like the control here. I'm the one that's making like the things flash. I thought I could trick you guys somehow, just like by doing this. No, but the way it works is explained here. Have one color and move around? Sure, here. Ooh. I don't know if it changes anything for you guys. And move around like really fast. Okay. This is as fast as I can get it. This is Mach 3 frog speed. And I think that's like the fastest I can go, to be honest. Any faster, I feel like it could rip a hole in the space-time continuum. Is that working for you guys? Scam click it as doing. Okay, sure, why not? I have a feeling though, if I do this as like a super fast speed, it's gonna like turn off the stream. Because OBS is on the side, and if the mouse goes on the other side, I somehow click it. Alright. It looks like this one's a dud. So what does this say about it? The official name for this optical illusion is color assimilation, or the bezeled effect, which would be the most concise way of describing what is happening here. If the illusion is working correctly as it does on me, you will see a gray ball with a multi-striped background with one layer or overlaying lines. To your eyes, the gray ball will assume the color of its overlaying stripes. As you change which color the lines specifically overlay, the ball will follow suit again, even though it remains gray the entire time. Well, I don't know about that. I don't think it remains gray. Unless you're colorblind, you should be able to see this effect relatively quickly, and it should be quite strong. Click or tap on the screen and you'll see the ball moving to where your cursor is. The ball is equivocally and always gray, but your brain will meld it into the colors of the lines above it. Okay. Oh, now we have optical toys. It says, which side is the front? Stare at either side and imagine front or back for 5 to 10 seconds, and you'll be able to change the orientation of the stairs. Yeah, so stare at either side. Stare at the front or the back. Like where it says front and back. And you'll be able to see the orientation change somehow. Yeah, while you're staring at it, imagine the words front or back, and it will change. Is it changing for you guys? Is there any difference? I think for me though, maybe it's because I have like 2 monitors, but like it's really flashing my eyes. So it's a little too difficult for me to see the optical illusion. I don't know if you guys can. Maybe it's different for you guys. But it's supposed to change your orientation of the way you see it. It's the perspective. Are the stairs upside down, or upside up, or upside down? Okay. Is it working for you guys? I think if I'm ever gonna get like the optical illusion for this, I might have to stare into it for 4 times the amount of time. There's some I probably might be able to get away, like really quickly, but others it might take me a long while. let me see the explanation. This finicky optical illusion is called Schroeder's stairs, which is aptly named after its author Heinrich Schroeder, who published the illusion in 1858. The illusion utilizes a phenomena, multi-perception, which is a type of perceptual ambiguity that occurs when an image can be seen in multiple ways. In this case, the stairs can be seen as either going up or down, depending on which side you focus on. This illusion is a tricky one. For some people, it will come easy. For others, it will take time. I've placed the letters A and B on the top and bottom side to give you a focal point. As you focus on this point, you should imagine in your mind that the side of the stairs you're looking at is the front of the stairs. After 5 to 10 seconds, the stairs should orient in this position in your mind. If you already see that the side as the front, then look into the other dot and imagine front there, and again 5 to 10 seconds later, the stairs should flip. Letters A and B. Where's that? I don't see no. Oh wait. Wait, if I press it, then it goes front and back. Okay. It's very easy for me. Alright, let me see how many more we have. Alright, I think let's move on to something other than optical illusions, because I wanna be able to see like some of the other websites. Let's see what the useless website has in store for us. This one's Clicking Toys. Light up the darkness, not once, not twice, but 3 times. With just 3 strategic moves, you must find the perfect sequence to illuminate all the lights. Don't be fooled by its simplicity. This puzzle requires sharp thinking and precise execution to conquer. To win, turn every square orange by clicking the squares and alternating their colors. Hey Flame Bro, I hope you're having a good Sunday so far. How am I? I'm doing okay. We're just exploring useless websites. So it says that I have to light up the darkness not once, not twice, but 3 times. With this, you must find the perfect sequence to illuminate all the lights. It says it requires sharp thinking and precise execution. Oh, so this is like a Sudoku type stuff. Do the bottom middle first. I'm always very bad at these types of puzzles. Not unless I can get like a better understanding of it, just by like trial and error. Middle, bottom. See, this is probably taking me more steps than it should be necessary. Pretty good, just chilling. Nice. Are you playing like more comp games? Some people are yelling at the screen, probably saying, "Froggies, it's so easy." Oh, hold on. You guys want to see how much it took me for like the second one? Look at that. It took me 86 steps. Yeah, but the first one, it took me 4 steps. Isn't that amazing? That's how much luck I have. Don't worry, guys, I'll get this. See, one thing I've always done is when it comes to puzzle games, I always brute force them. Alright? See, for some people, they like to think that the mind is the most powerful weapon, but I like to think that the fist is greater than the mind. Nice. Okay, it took me 133 clicks. That's 124 clicks away from the perfect score of 9. Okay. Let me do one more useless website. So this one is called Weird or Confusing. Alright. So now we're finally getting to things that are weird or confusing instead of optical illusions. So it says oddities, pranks, and a few things that make no sense. Like chicken nugget keychain. You guys ever heard of a chicken nugget keychain? So it says, we can liken the invention of chicken nuggets keychains, that of Newton's discovery of gravity, and sleeping genius with eyes closed and mind shut to the world wakes up to a jolt. In this case, $1 million idea that will cast your family forward on the social ladder and maintain your legacy for generations to come. They rush out of the bed to begin designing and building what ultimately becomes this beautiful keychain. Wait, what? Wait. It says I can buy the chicken nugget keychain on Amazon, and there's like a link for this. How much does it cost? Oh. Okay, well, I guess we can't buy that. Maybe it's because this website's really old. Either that, or maybe it's not an actual link. Tortilla blanket. Moreover, sleeping bags swallowing up like a big burrito, it's the back in town. Did it ever really leave town? Now it's hard to not to imagine that every time someone rolling up their burrito squeezes in those few evasive beans and rice, they haven't imagined themselves getting rolled up too. What a nice feeling it would be to be cozied up amongst the beautiful and homely smell of a fresh tortilla, ready to be gobbled. Now you can realize that dream. That's cool. I guess that's what people say when they want to be, when they have like pigs in the blanket. I don't know, maybe that's like a different thing. Oh, this does exist! What the fuck? What? I thought that was a joke. Damn, I'm shocked. I thought this was like a I thought this was like some novelty thing people photoshopped together, but who knew this existed? Yeah, guys, if you really want to, you can become a burrito. You can wrap yourselves and become one. For $15.99. I don't know how much for shipping though. Oh wait, it says it right there. $6 for shipping. I do have to wonder though, do you guys ever still use Amazon? Like, do you guys ever buy anything off of there? Because I feel like for Amazon Prime, the only times I ever need anything is just like a small expense. Like, just the other day, my headphones or like earbuds broke. And I didn't really need anything else, but I didn't feel like paying $6 for shipping just to buy earbuds. So I bought like Amazon Prime just to have the free shipping, because it essentially just pays for the shipping, or it just acts as the shipping, and I have the membership. But I don't really do anything with it for like an entire month. I just buy one item and then that's just it. But yeah, this is really interesting. Farting animal coloring book. That's pretty useless. You can buy a farting animals coloring book for $6.97. Wow. I don't know why though. It really does seem useless. Oh wait, it's a coloring book. That, I mean, has a use, but the use is kind of meaningless. Instant underpants. Not too unlike instant noodles, another item that falls under the ever-popular just add water category seems to have no shortage of interesting and extremely useful items. That being said though, these instant underpants will provide you with an instant conundrum. If I've ever wet my underpants, that use are instant underpants if they too have to be wet. Just add water. Oh. I wonder if this works for like babies too. But then it's like, it really is useless because underpants, you could just buy them straight out. So I don't really get it. I remember like way back when, I went to like the dollar store one time, and I was like some sort of dumbass kid, or like stupid kid. I went to the dollar store and I saw an item called like the egg cracker, and like you're supposed to put the egg, and you have this handle, and it's supposed to crack it, or clench the egg, so just to make sure that the eggshells doesn't get into the bowl. And that was the entire use case of it. The way it was marketed as, like messy free, and you're able to not have eggshells in the bowl of whatever you're making. But then my dad was like, you don't need that. You don't need a tool just to crack an egg. So it kind of reminds me of that, because the way that my dad showed me was a lot easier when it comes to cracking the egg. You just hit it on the side of like the cabinet, and then you know you just put the egg into the bowl. So there's definitely some useless inventions, and I feel like this sort of it's sort of like it is the case for this one too. But I was really gullible way back when. Truly marvelous. Pure brilliance. absolutely genius. Yeah, you just need to add water, apparently. Okay, this one you can't really say that it has some meaning. This one says, lie down glasses. In terms of practicality, especially on this website, these lie-down glasses may actually be one of the few useful items, and also one of the most self-explanatory. I mean, do I really have to give much of a description here? Via the mythical and ancient power of mirrors and reflection, these glasses will give you a tilted view of your feet. What? Or, if you're lying down, then your regular surroundings, or whether you're completely in love with your feet. What? Or want to read, watch TV, watch out over the window, or just plain watch the clock, and these will do the trick. Oh, so the way these work, they work like kaleidoscopes or something. Come on. I don't know if you would ever want these glasses, though. Like, it seems like if you... Like, they really are useless. Like, I always wanted to know who was gonna put on wet underwear. I don't really know either. Because, like, buying underwear isn't exactly difficult, and buying diapers, like, you could just put them on. So I don't know a use case for it. I'm just looking at these prism glasses. People really like them for needlework and crafts, so they don't have to bend their neck all the time. They're also good for reading when lying down. Really? You'd buy this? Like, for me, I guess, like, if you... So, and I have, like, a really niche case where this might work. So, my case with this is, like, where it would only ever work, where I feel like it would, is maybe if you're handicapped and you're paralyzed and you can't move your neck. So these glasses will help you see like what's above you, or in like the tilted view. So it might be useful in that case. But I'd say for like general purposes, I feel like moving your neck though, I don't know. Like, moving your neck, it doesn't seem like it's a difficult task, to be honest. These just kind of make you look like you're Dr. Octopus. A little bit, just a little bit. Oh, let me see how much they are on Amazon. Oh, these are only $9. Oh, and they come in blue, too. Blue, guys. It's worth the extra $5. Oh wait, there's 2 units. If you buy 2, it's $6.99. Back surgery seems to be a big case. I had to give up some crafts because my neck and shoulders are getting too old. You know, maybe I might give my parents like a pair of these. Because my mom likes to look at her phone always, but the way she has it like set up, so she always like and I don't know if like most people do this, and it's not like an age thing. Do you guys ever go to bed and then you just like scroll and look at your phone? So for most people, they have like their pillow tilted up, and then they sit back and then they have their phone. Or maybe if you don't have phone, maybe you're living in the Stone Ages. You have like a book. I've never like read a book, a whole book the whole way through, like just sitting down. I've never done that before. So maybe like this, like there's like a use case for it, but I feel like if you just tilt your pillow up, and maybe because maybe it's like a neck thing or like a back thing, like you said, maybe it prevents you from doing that. I just feel like there's definitely like an easier way, right? Like just a simple solution. But I guess if there's like difficulty in it, like this one says, with like neck and eye strain, there's definitely like a way for that. This is the easy way. Like I'm like, okay, I like it just. I'm gonna be honest, all right? It just looks stupid. it looks stupid. It looks weird. Like that. Like if they, and I'm not like the most like fashionable guy. I'm not like the next top model or anything, or like a judge of fashion. But like you have to. I feel like like wearing it just makes you look goofy. Like if you wear this out in public, I have a feeling people are gonna wonder what you're doing. Like, cause that it just looks weird. It's you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like one of those. Have you guys ever seen like those Tesla cars? The ones that look like mini tanks. They call it a car, but I don't know who in the right mind would call this like a car. I think it was called the Cybertruck. Test this for whatever reason, and I don't know why people do this. So I've only ever seen a handful of these like these so-called Cybertrucks. And they're always like the most unappealing. Like it looks like it's a box car. Like it's like a mini tank, but it's like really bulky looking. If you ever saw one like up in front, like you have to see one in real life to take a look at it and wonder why would you ever buy that thing. Like, have you guys ever seen any of these cars in like real life, like up front? Like I've seen a handful of them, and most people who own Teslas, they own like the regular Teslas, the ones that look like cars. They don't look like tetrahedrons. You know what? I remember one time, and this reminds me of like one other thing. There was like it reminds me of like a certain creature in Wizard 101. What was it called? I think it was like a. I'm trying to remember. It was like some sort of prismatic wolf. Yeah, it looks like this. It looks like this. The Tesla looks like this. Like, you guys see the resemblance between like the Cybertruck and this? Like, it looks like the Cybertruck looks like it's an unfinished model of some kind that somebody's put together, and they had to like draw up different shapes, and that's all it is, without any color whatsoever. You guys know what I mean? It feels unfinished. The car, like, it's not painted whatsoever. Like, it has, like, I'm sure maybe you could get it, like, spray painted and then have it look like an actual race car of some kind, but I can't imagine how much this would cost you or, like, set you back. It'll rust pretty bad. I'm not, like, deep into, like, buying expensive cars, but you guys have to, like, understand that, like, even then, I feel like normal people would look at this and laugh. like speaking of cars, like when we're talking about, I really like some of like the old vintage cars, because they look a lot cooler than like the Tesla. And maybe it's just me, but I like some of the old cars. Old cars. I don't know like any of the old cars, but like these look like actual cars, and they look cool. All right, but the Tesla looks like a giant box. It looks like a giant mini tank. Like these are actual cars. Like I'm not a car guy, but I can tell what looks cool and what doesn't look cool. And I think this is like an objective thing. I just noticed that the hat is still on the little frog. Oh yeah, huh, shoot, it is. Damn it. Alright, that's okay. Maybe it kind of fit for like the first session when we did like the art drawings, right? So it kind of fit in that regard. The Cybertrucks remind me of a kid's cardboard version of the DeLorean Back from the Future. Oh, the DeLorean was so cool. I really liked that. Like it had like a how do I put this? So it acted like a convertible of some kind, except that the convertible isn't exactly like the sunroof. It's for the doors. And imagine like automated doors. It's like 2024 and we've yet to have that. Like, what kind of car do you know has like a self-activated like door and just like have it like fling upwards? They're called gull-wing doors. Yeah, but normal cars, they don't have like a way to open the door automatically. And that's still surprising me. It's like the most convenient feature that cars don't have, right? So what if you have like your hands full? Like I know some cars have like a trunk opener, like automatically, with like the click of a button, or you have your like your shoe and then you scan like the trunk and then that opens up the trunk or the back of the car. But so far as far as I know, I don't have this kind of technology. And I feel like that'd be so much easier and so much more convenient. Because if your hands are full and you don't really need to use the back trunk, you could just like automatically open like the front doors. I'm sure there's a modification for self-opening doors, but most people don't really need it. I just like the option. If there was like an option for it, I would buy it. Still though, Back to the Future, great movie. I recommend it for everybody of all ages. Not just for people that are brain rotted. Or may have brain rot. Man, we really went off on like a tangent. But yeah, going back to the lie down glasses. Not in public, but maybe like Gian Dida Smith said, if you really need it because your back or your neck hurts, or you want an easier view, then there is a use case for it. Just don't wear it in public as like some sort of fashion statement. Nicolas Cage sequin pillow. Okay. While it seems like the world of sequin pillows is richer than those of Beanie Babies or baseball cards, there is one pillow that rises above the rest. The hollow Charizard of the lot, and that, my friends, is the Nicolas Cage sequin pillow. This case only, is the true celebration of Nick's colorful career, and even if you're not feeling particularly cagey, with a wipe of your hand, you can brush off the face and straight down to a beautiful sparkling red. That said, within a few minutes, you'll be missing the beautiful face and kapow. Another quick wipe of your hand and your room will be filled again with the warmth that is Nick's face. That's useful. Honestly, like the whole doors thing, the opening wide would be cleaner and loading so much easier. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, having like some, you guys know that, like, going back to like the whole cars thing, I didn't know that like cars, like most cars, I think most cars have this, but supposedly if you get locked in the trunk, either somebody who kidnapped you, or I don't know, you got stuck in the trunk somehow and somebody happened to slam it and forgot you were in there, there's like some sort of emergency lever that you can pull, and it's supposed to make it so that it opens the trunk from the inside. But it's funny to me because all of the shows, like all the TV shows, they have like the people that get kidnapped, but they never show that there's like a lever inside the trunk that they pull that they can get out with. Like, it's never ever mentioned. And I know that's like a tangent to go off of, but I just find that like it's so weird that they never do that. Maybe because it ruins the plot, but it just seems like the most logical thing. Okay, that tangent over. Yeah, but do you guys know anything about Nicolas Cage? The only thing I know about Nicolas Cage is that he was in Night at the Museum, I think. Or I could be getting wrong. Night at the Museum, and he's the dude that shouts bees, I think. Yeah. So, I know him for two things. Oh, that and National Treasure. I think. I think that's National Treasure. Yeah. So, I know him from three things. Night at the Museum has been still. Okay. Really? I didn't. Okay, well, he's probably just National Treasure for me then. Yeah. I always get these two mixed up. I always think of like Ben Stiller as well as like Nicolas Cage of being like one and the same. Mostly because I feel like they seem like they're the same person almost. And maybe it's because I think that way, or like how they act in like the movies and all that. I know this is not like related, but I know Ben Stiller has like a dad. He has his father. His name is like Jerry Stiller. Like, and I mostly know him from Seinfeld and King of Queens. But I just want to throw that out there. It's interesting that he has a dad that's in like the acting business, but he also followed in his dad's footsteps. So that's kind of cool. Was in Vampire's Kiss. ABC had me rolling. Oh, Vampire's Kiss. What is that? Oh! Oh, now I remember. Okay, I forgot about that. I always... Like, the problem I have with actors is, like, when I think of, like, some of them, they're really cemented in their one role. So, most people know them for that one role. And they get this idea... Not idea. They get what is called typecasted. And that's, like, the worst thing for an actor. And I don't know if you guys feel the same. Like, if you know some actor for one specific role, you'll ever know them as that one specific role because their role was like so involved in it, and their role was like too great for their own good. And there's only a select few actors that I think are typecasted in this way, and some never really get out of that character, and I think that's like the worst way of going or doing things. I'd say Bryan Cranston is one of them. like he's known for being Walter White in Breaking Bad. So I think that's like the. But the thing I know Bryan Cranston from, and most people don't know, unless you're a kid that grew up in like the 2000s, was Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah, so I know him as like Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. So he used to be like this one funny dad before he became all serious and he dealt F. Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah, he's the dude that's Gus, and we all know him as that. And that's the sad part. Because everybody wants to do different things, and they want to be known for different things, but when they do something that's like really well known, they just get cemented in that. As for Giancarlo Esposito, he's known as Gus. At least I think that's his name. Giancarlo Esposito. Also, I've watched a movie where he steals the Declaration of Independence. Oh yeah, that's like the National Treasure 2 or 3, I forget. But yeah, I see. Yeah, this is the Gus character. Oh wait, wait, hold on. No, wait. He was on the Do the Right Thing? I didn't know that. This was like a show about, this was like a movie about stereotypes. It was called Do the Right Thing. I didn't know that was him. That's cool. It's a very obscure movie. We keep going off on these random things. Yeah, I know. Like, that's like the entire stream sometimes. We just go off of random stuff. It's because my mind usually works off of like random things, and we just go off on like tangents, and it just goes on from there. Typecasting is a terrible thing to happen. Rip Baku Hatemayaka. I butchered that. Oh, wait. Is this the Power Ranger? It says Sentai Ranger. I remember there was like for Power Rangers, like every actor who plays like a specific Power Ranger, they've been supposedly cursed. So I know about it, sort of. I think it was either the Yellow or the Red Ranger, that every actor who fulfills the role of the Red or the Yellow Ranger, they are cursed and they are succumbed to the curse, and bad things happen to them. Type in "this is not a website." Hey Gastit the Taxi, I hope you're having a good night. Oh, also Mitch, welcome to the stream. Sometimes I miss people, or I forget to say hello. To be honest, I think Bryan Cranston is probably happy with being Walter White, since he was kinda typecasted into being the funny dad from Malcolm in the Middle. When Breaking Bad started, people said he could never do drama. Well, you kinda proved them wrong. But what's Bryan Cranston up to nowadays? Oh, I didn't know he was in Kung Fu Panda. He's in Kung Fu Panda. That's cool. The first animated movie, probably. Since when did this come out? Stardom has phases. Gets me someone like the biggest star, then get me that rising star, then get that star, then get me someone like that star, then don't get anyone like that star. Probably still trying to find the exit to the Mega Mansion. Breaking Bad bought him, but who knows? Like, I think like, I know on Discord we talked about like the whole concept of like life and life itself having no purpose whatsoever. And I think the reality of it is, even if you achieve something, it needs to be something that's like really great in the grand scheme of things to be remembered by. Because the thing about actors and actresses, we know about them right now, or like 20 years ago, or like 10 years because we grew up with them. But the sad reality is, like 100 years from now, or like 100 and, I don't know, 200 years, nobody's ever gonna remember the actors from that era. Because they're never ever brought up again because they're replaced by newer actors. So, for most people now, since we haven't grown up with those actors, or we saw like some of the shows that they used to be in, we practically forgot about them. And I think that's just the saddest part and the reality of it. Because can you guys ever name like any actors from like the 1950s or even the 1960s or whatnot? And don't state the ones that I can name are the ones that are really popular that are still shown or rebroadcasted today. Like I Love Lucy. That one's really popular. But again, like 200, 100 years from now, most people are probably not going to remember or even know about them unless they're shown directly to the public. But yeah, that's just I just think that's kind of sad. Rick Moranis, I have a soft spot for. Rick Moranis. I like how we haven't gotten to the useless websites yet. Type in, this is not a website. Hold on, let me queue this all up. I don't really want to miss anybody's like comment. Because everybody's just as important, alright? Not a website. Like one other actor that I remember more fondly is Clark Gable. And nobody knows him. Or, what is it? Who is it called? Not Ernest Hemingway. Who was it? Ernest Borgnine, I think. Yeah. So there's definitely like a lot of actors that are really old, and most people don't know about them because they've been long forgotten, and they used to do like a ton of these shows that get pushed into obscurity. And it's the same thing with YouTube. So for some people, some YouTubers, they're getting up there in the age and they're not exactly uploading anymore, or they're retired, and now we got newer YouTubers to replace them. And isn't that like the sad reality of it? Like some of your favorite YouTubers you may have watched like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I don't know, however, well, not 20 years. That's like the infancy of YouTube, but some YouTubers you may have watched, they've either retired or they've gone away. And now that I mention it, you probably remember some of them. And you might even search them up right after the stream. Or right after the stream, I mean. Borgnine won't be as well known. Yeah, there's definitely like some actors. Most of them I appreciate because I grew up with them. not with them physically, but I grew up watching some old shows, like McHale's Navy, and like I said, I Love Lucy. I don't know if anyone else had that pleasure of doing it, but I'm still like 27 or so, and it might surprise you that I know like some of these stuff. But yeah, I'm not that old, but I know a lot of old shows. I don't know the names of the actors who played the original Three Stooges, but their cultural impact is definitely still significant today. My friends and I sometimes watch old episodes. Oh yeah, that's definitely something. So I know that for the Three Stooges, they used to have one member that was a part of the Three Stooges, but he passed away and he was replaced by... Originally, it wasn't Larry, Merle, and... Larry, Moe, and Curly. Originally, there was Shemp, I think. So originally, it was like 3, but one of them got replaced. Did you guys know that? And it had to, I don't know whether or not it had to do with like an accident of one of them passing away, or it had a difference of them having like a business thing. Well, I didn't know that. See, like for me, I want to say I'm not like a historical buff in like the old TV stuff, but like some of the I used to watch like a lot of historical videos on like preserving shows and like interesting facts about it, and that's how I know about it. Also, for some of the, and this is going off another tangent, but I have to like mention it. But one thing I have to mention is a lot of what the Three Stooges did was very dangerous, and some of the sketches that they did, some of the skits that they did, left them put into like the hospital or like in a concussion or like a coma. I think in like a couple days or so. I remember one. Three Stooges. There was one that I watched where I don't know if I can show it, but it's the one where the pen got lodged into his cranium. Yeah, this one is on the thumbnail. So for some of the sketches that they did, they actually got hurt for real, but it was based off of an accident. So they did get hurt really badly, but for the sake of comedy. And I admire that. Same with Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is he's another stunt artist. Can you even call a stunt artist? I can't imagine they're like comedians, but actors, stunt artists, actors, actresses, a lot of different roles. But yeah, it's really interesting in the way to think about this though. Shemp left and then Curly got sick and they got Joe. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember Joe. I don't remember Joe. I just remember Curly and I remember Shemp. And I remember Larry and Moe. I don't remember Joe. Maybe it's because it's a little later. When they made the 2012 Three Stooges movie, they had a whole section and clarifying that all props they would use are foam and warning people to never try any of the bits. Oh yeah, definitely. It's the way that whenever they have like wrestling promos or like wrestling events, they have to give a warning to people saying not to try this at home. And I think that's just common sense. You got a lot of tabs open, my guy. Hey, Dr. Vorgil. Hope you're having a good Sunday. And yeah, this is probably the most amount of tabs I've ever had. I usually don't open this many tabs, not unless we're going off on like a super tangent. but we're talking a whole bunch about movies, and I didn't intend on this to like drawn out like this, but it just happened like that. Let me just read one more, and then we'll move on. I know I've been talking a whole lot about movies and this sort of thing, but I just find it interesting. I remember I couldn't wait for the next Jean-Claude Van Damme movie to come out. Now he's barely remembered. Okay, this is the last one. Jean-Claude Van Damme. I know Jean-Claude Van Damme from 2 movies, and one of them is Bloodsport, which is extremely popular way back when. It still is among like foreign countries for some reason. I don't know why. And the other one, I'm trying to remember. Oh, he was also in Lionheart, I think. Yeah, Lionheart, and what else? I'm trying to remember. You're testing my movie knowledge here. I don't watch a whole lot of movies. I just happen to recognize their faces, and I recognize the movies that they're in. Trying to remember. It's the one with like Bolo Young. Oh, something Impact. Double Impact. So I know him from 3 movies, and he did something really amazing. So the one other thing I know him from is that he did a commercial where it was, I think it was like some sort of car commercial where he did the splits and the trucks were moving and he was on top of them, and he just split his legs, and he maintained that for I think like 30 seconds or so. So yeah, he did this. I'm not gonna actually. I think it's okay to play it. I'll just mute it. Like for some of you guys who are like dudes, this might like hurt your balls or hurt your crotch looking at this. So I apologize for that. May you have the ability to have children. But yeah, it's he did this. If you didn't know, now you know. And all that for a commercial. Okay. I'm simultaneously impressed and horrified. Yeah, can you imagine that though? Doing the splits, and you're up high in like I don't know, 10 feet or 11 feet. I imagine it has to be like a really high truck. That man could do the split. Oh, one more thing. So, okay, this is the last thing. This is the last tangent. We're gonna go off on Jean-Claude Van Damme, but I just have like so much stuff that I want to share. So, Jean-Claude Van Damme is also famous for one specific thing, and you might know. So, if any of you guys ever played Mortal Kombat, so if you guys ever played Mortal Kombat, you know that there's one character called Johnny Cage that does like the nut punch, right? So he does the splits. Let me just show you. So he does the splits, and then he punches them in the nuts. Actually, hold on, let me do this. Yeah, so he does that, and there's a famous scene that if you ever watched the movie Bloodsport, that Jean-Claude Van Damme so in the movie he does the same exact thing. So he does that. And that's what the character is based off of, if you guys didn't know. Okay, that's the last thing. I know some of you guys watching, you might have cringed at that, because the dude really went raw in there. But yeah, he's famous for doing the splits, but also famous for doing the nut punch. So yeah, if you ever wondered who Johnny Cage was, the character Johnny Cage is inspired by, it's Jean-Claude Van Damme. And Johnny Cage based off of him? Yes. What is that cursed ass pillow? That's the pillow of Nicolas Cage that you're looking at. And he has a wondrous ability to turn half red. Very sparkly. So he can cover himself in complete red velvet. Realistic stomach fanny pack. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that looks like... That's very hairy. I don't know why you would want that. This... I can't really find a conceivable reason. I don't think you guys can either. Can you guys ever find like a conceivable reason why you would ever buy this? Like, I can't really. You wear it over your naked chest shirt? Like, I feel like the only way you would buy this is if you wanted to make somebody disgusted at you. If you had like a friend of some kind and then you wear this, or you know like a girl that you don't like but you're friends with, then you wear this and then they'll go, what is wrong with you? Like, it reminds me of this scene from SpongeBob. I'm not gonna show it, but it's where he says, what does he say? I'm trying to remember. Okay, never mind. I'll come back to that later. But yeah, I don't know any conceivable reason that why anyone would want to buy this. Oh, I'm curious. I wonder how much this costs. It costs $10. Why? Why though? Why is this more expensive than the glasses? Oh, it even has like a pouch, and you could put stuff in it. Wow. It's not just like a fake stomach. It's like a fanny pack. You could put your change in there. Okay. This costs $10. Bacon bandages. Some people like the idea of hiding their cuts and gashes, covering up the open wound with some colored bandages that keeps it nice, hidden, and clean. This product is not for those people. Bacon bandages are an instant conversation starter. You can imagine pretty clearly how it goes in your head. Is that bacon on your knee? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, it says it comes with a free prize inside. I'm kind of tempted to buy this if I have like some scrapes. Like I covered and people think, why do I have like a piece of food stuck to my leg, or like a piece of food stuck to my finger? Like that, it seems so stupid, but I feel like it's such a fun idea. You guys know what I mean? I'm really tempted to buy, cause I like the novelty of it. It looks stupid, but I got the prettiest bandages based off the Stormlight books. You know, honestly. Okay, let me let me add this to the cart. I kind of want the bacon bandages. And I gotta buy it on the stream, but I'll buy it for myself. Like, I like it. Like it's stupid, but I like it. It's a dumb idea. Even the bacon looks so real. I can only imagine what it looks like in real life, though. Prize is literal bacon grease. Can you imagine I actually put bacon grease on that, but it's just like lotion? That's such a good idea. The next thing that they could do is like have like a, what is it, lotion on like the bandages and call it oily grease. Like they could put like aloe and just call it that. Now with bacon grease. Man, I'm just giving them ideas. Chia Bob Ross. Oh, this came like 1 week earlier. It's too bad. If I knew I did like the bot and this existed, I probably would have just shown you guys this too. But we did like a Bob Ross painting stream 2 weeks ago. But it's interesting that he has like different products. Everyone loves Bob Ross and everyone loves chia. This feels like a home run. Does the idea of spreading chia seeds over a smiling ceramic mold of one of the world's famous painters make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up? Then look no further than his particular creepy chia Bob Ross planter. In no time, you'll be trimming the lively scented afro, sculpting Bob's beautiful green perm in shapes and sizes you've always dreamed of. Mohawk? Yes. Buzzcut? Yes. Classic Karen? Okay, you know it. Watching this beauty grow will ease your soul, and all the spirit of Bob Ross will be watching down from the heavens as the creepy brown kiln cooked clay smells with frothy hair of small yet happy trees. There's nothing wrong with having a tree as a friend. That's stupid. I like it. That's such a stupid phrase. Chia Pet Bob Ross with Seed Pack. Decorative pottery planter, easy to do and fun to grow. Novelty gift perfect for any occasion. I like how like the growth has spread. Like if it's actually like that, this looks cool. I wanna like I feel like if I put it in the room, like the stuff is gonna spread to my room. It's just gonna create moss everywhere. And that's one of the things I worry about. Because if there's like not a whole lot of upkeep, I feel like the stuff is just gonna grow everywhere. Oh, have a good night, Mitch. Thank you for coming to the stream. I appreciate the support. Alright, what's $22? The chia seeds only sprout where you put them. What's the most ridiculous place I can put them in? You know, scratch that. I don't want to think about this. I don't want to think about that. But for $22, I've heard about chias, but I've never heard about like this specifically, like the Bob Ross one. But the odds are they will die and get moldy before you ever get it growing. Oh. Oh, they have a Willie Nelson one. Oh, they have a Richard Simmons too. Why? Oh, this one comes with chest hair. Oh, there's a blue one too. Oh, there's... Oh my god, there's a Willie Nelson one with a pet unicorn? What does Willie Nelson have to do with a pet unicorn? Oh, there's Pee Wee Herman too. There's a whole bunch of celebrities made into like a chia planter. This is so cool. I mean, for $22, it's a little too steep for me. If it was like for $15, I'd be like, okay, I might grow one. Dehydrated water. I feel like there might be a use for this case. Maybe, like, if you're going on camping. But then it's like, you could just boil water, right? Perfect for dads on the go. This dehydrated water is the ultimate party pleaser. And to get it going, you only need to follow one step. Add water. There is number 2. You're done. Oh. Okay, well... I don't... But... I don't really see a case, though. And this is for, like, $12. Like, I don't think it's dehydrated water. I think it's... Like, you guys know how when you go to, like, the grocery store, there's, like, Jell-O? Like, the dried powder for that? I feel like that's the case with this. It's just, like, powder. Like, it's dried Jell-O or something. Or, I don't know, it's like a drink mix. And then you pour water over it, and then, like, it creates, like, the drink. Like, I imagine this is what it would be. Or maybe I'm wrong. It's just air in an empty can. Oh! For $12? Fuck that. I'm not buying air in a can for $12. That's such a ripoff. Like, if we're just buying the label, that's just kinda dumb. Like, if the can was, like, maybe, like, $2 or something, I'd be like, sure, why not? But, like, $12 for this? This is more expensive than mostly everything we've seen so far. But the reviews, though? What reviews? You can't be serious. 2,800 people voted it as 5 stars? Who are these people? Why would you guys pay $12 for air? I get it's the novelty and I get it's a joke, but why? My son chose this for his white elephant gift exchange for his high school's robotics club party. I wasn't expecting teens to fight over this, but and I was only beat by Nerf guns. What? What does that even mean? Why would people fight over canned air? It was a little spendy, but a hit as a white elephant gift. Very humorous ditties on can. What is ditties? What does that even mean? And box. Finding a very clean gift can be a challenge. This fit my bill. Okay. This filled my bill. So I know people, it seems as though people are buying them as like gag gifts, and people are buying them as like jokes, but it's like, I feel like if you really want a cheap option, you could just grab like a can of like soda and then have like some sort of 3D label printer or like a regular printer, and then just use like sticker paper and then print a label over it and then slap it on the can. And I feel like that'd be a lot cheaper though. Like, you could literally get this one exact same label, like this, just Photoshop it into a square, and then just print it out and slap it onto the can, and you just saved yourself $12. You guys know what I mean? It's a bit overpriced as it's just an empty can with a label, but it's a fun gift. Whatever, I got one of instead of several. $10 for an empty can? Yes. It's a deal, and new can, professional looking label. You can't make this all at home. It's a perfect gag gift. I might get another to put on my stuff display shelf. It's magical, it says on the can. You know what's one other thing that reminds me of this? I know there's like, what is it, farts in a jar? And it's the exact same concept. But it's also equally as magical because you don't know if people actually did do that. Sort of like when you go to a restaurant and then like Wendy's, or not Wendy's, like Denny's, you won't know whether or not the cook actually spit in your food unless you taste it, or you might not know at all. So there's truths and then there's lies. And I guess the magic of it is whether or not you think they did it or not, or it actually contains farts in the jar or not. And maybe this does contain water, or not. Okay, last one. Grow a boyfriend. Break out the pina coladas and get caught in the rain. If you dream of a partner with washboard abs but can't find any at Walmart, you're shopping at then you may be the kind of person that could benefit from growing your own. Not only are self-grown boyfriends nicer than the store-bought, honestly, who really knows what chemicals they grow them, you also have the full self-satisfaction of having put in the hours as well as your own water to help them grow. Now, there's no promise. There's a lot of spelling errors. I don't know if whether or not this is like intentional, but they didn't really like edit this. That your homegrown boyfriend will stay large for long. You'll sleep easy knowing that they've been dehydrated. It will be a quick trip to the bathroom for some water, and you can enjoy the process all over again. You know what this reminds me of? There used to be like a toy in like the 90s. Not just like that. It reminds me of like two toys. So there's like one toy called I think it was called Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, it reminds me of this. not the Funko Pop. Reminds me of Stretch Armstrong. And there's one other, I don't know if you guys ever heard of this, or if you guys have watched like TV way back in like the 2000s. there used to be like these things where you would buy like magical sea monkeys, I think. Sea monkeys. So, back in like the early 2000s, there were like commercials where you could like grow your own sea life, or like sea monkeys, or whatever sea inhabitants there were, sea aliens. So they put this on like on during daily TV, and I forgot like how much they would cost, but they would sell these, and they grew into like some sort of microorganism, and it just reminds me of like the whole growing thing, where it has to do with like this one, of grow your own boyfriend. But yeah, the concept is literally almost the same thing, except for I think for the grow a boyfriend, it just expands. Oh, it's only $4.28. It's less than $5. You can have a boyfriend that's like 5 feet tall. You can... Damn. Actually, not really. It's only like 6 times the original size. So how much is this? It's not even like a feet. So you'd have a really short boyfriend. Oh, there's a girlfriend too. Drop me in the water for a lover that's made to order. What? They're brine shrimp? Oh, okay, so that's what they are. I was kind of curious because I never understood fully what they are. I always thought they were like microorganisms that, you know, when you think of like SpongeBob, you guys know like the character Plankton? I always thought they were like plankton, but I didn't know they were just brine shrimp. Okay. Alright, now we get to... Now I get to close all these tabs. Whoever said that I had too many tabs, here you go. All the tabs are closed now. Except the ones that we're gonna go to. The guy that created the marketing of sea monkeys was just genius. Oh yeah, there's like a whole bunch of stuff, like pet rocks, that people were like into, and people bought into that. But the fads that people like, pogs, that's another thing. There's like so many things that people used to collect, but now looking back, it's just like really dumb. Or I don't know, maybe they enjoy that sort of thing. I wouldn't say it's dumb. If you like a specific thing, it's not dumb, alright? Unless it's objectively dumb. I had to give my pet rock away because it kept biting people. Yeah, I had to give my pet rock away because it kept peeing. Yeah, I put it in a box and somehow it just, some liquid came out and it just burned like a hole through it. I don't know why. Okay, let's see what board button does. So, for those that can't see at 10 font, it says, I am bored. I am so bored. I'm bored at school. I'm bored at work. I'm bored to tears. I'm bored to death. Do you find yourself saying any of these above? I'm bored of Froggy's stream. If so, you reached the right website. Clicking the red button will instantly take you to one of the hundreds of interactive websites. Specifically, I swear, every single website that I've seen so far, they have like a typo. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It says specially. Or is it specifically? But anyways, specifically selected to alleviate boredom. So go ahead and give it a try. Press the board button and be bored no more. Age Geek. Discover what others achieved at your exact age. Oh, this is interesting. I kind of liked it. You guys ever wanted to know that there's like some people that achieve more than you? That's a self-boost in confidence, right? Oh, I feel like one thing that you could do is like you could go like a year before, like your age. Like if, say for example, you're 27, and then like next year you're 28. You could just go like a year before, like 26, and then you look at the people who are like 28, and then you take a look, or 27, I mean, and you take a look at what they accomplished, and then you set those goals for yourself. And you're like, this is my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna go achieve all this stuff. It sounds like a stupid idea, but like it's better than having no New Year's resolution or having like no goals whatsoever. Okay, let me enter my birthday. This is the only time you guys will ever know. One day from now, you'll be the exact age George Washington was when he married the widow Martha Dandridge Custis when he was 26 years old, 10 months and 15 days old. Wow, he actually got married when he was like 26 years old. That's interesting. So, yeah, guys, if you haven't gotten married, you got 2 more years. Otherwise, you're gonna lose to George Washington, the dude that wore a wig. 6 days from now, you'll be the exact age Martin Luther King Jr. was when he initiated the Montgomery, Alabama boycott, a seminal event in the civil rights movement that was put together after arrests at Rosa Parks when he was 26 years old and 10 months and 20 days old. Okay, well, I guess I got a lot to do then. 12 days from now, you'll be the exact age of George R.R. Martin when his story A Song for Laia earned him the first Hugo Award for Best Novella when he was 26 years old, 10 months and 27 days old. 13 days from now, you'll be the exact age Aziz Ansari when Intimate Moments for a Sensual Evening, his debut comedy album, was released when he was 26 years, 10 months, and 27 days old. 21 days from now, you'll be the exact age Jessica Chastain was when ER episode Forgive and Forget, in which she made her television debut. First aired when she was 26 years, 11 months, and 2 days old. You know, on the bright side, all these accomplishments aren't achieved by one person. So if you feel bad about not achieving anything yet, you'll achieve something. And that'll be the one thing that you'll be known for, just like these people. Isn't that great? I mean, you can also try and top these people that made great achievements or like great strides in the field of acting or like civil rights and all that. Well, that's cool. Alright, let's see what else we have. Let me press the button again. I'll press it one more time. Oh, this is just Flappy Birds. Okay, let me press it again. Guess the pin. Maybe in 12 days you can get the rights to Song of Ice and Fire and finish writing, since George R.R. Martin doesn't seem to want to. Didn't he collab to make like Elden Ring? Or was it somebody else? I have a feeling that, like, I can't imagine that like, I know that he does like great things, but I can't help but feel that there's like so much he can do. Yeah, it was him. It was pretty humble about it. See, I knew he did something, but like, what's funny to me is like he's known for like he's only ever known for Lord of the Rings, right? Lord of the Rings, right? Is that George R.R. Martin, or is it somebody else? Oh no, it's Tolkien. Tolkien is Lord of the Rings. George R.R. Martin is Game of Thrones. I'm pretty sure. I'm locking it in. I always get those two confused because they're like two old men that write the books that are almost like the same exact fanfic of two ancient kingdoms. But yeah, George R.R. Martin collabed to make Elden Ring. Okay, what does this have to do? It says guess the pin, but how many pin numbers are there? There's only 4, so let me give it a couple of tries. 1,000. What would be the right pin? $3,824. What about 3,826? How about 000? You know what's like the funny thing about this, and what this means? So, I'm not saying that there's like over 3,000 people that did this, but there must be like maybe I don't know. At the very least, there must be at least 1,000 people that went on this website, and specifically just to guess the pin. Or it might be one insane individual that tries to keep guessing this, and this only ever happened in the past 3 hours. So there's somebody here who kept spamming pin numbers, and he kept spamming it for like 3 hours or so. That's just like so interesting to me. Like when I take a look at websites, I usually think of like some websites that have literally no traffic. Like I know there's some guide websites, especially for like Wizard 101, that get like virtually no traffic onto their website. So this surprises me, seeing that there's like some people that decide to like guess, and some people that actually click on the website. I'll give it like one more, unless anybody have any lucky numbers. Anybody have any lucky numbers that they want to try and attempt to see if it's the right pin? 777 is a really popular one. How about 9,000? Man, if it's like 4 digits, we're gonna be here for quite a while. How about the devil's number? I added an extra 6. How about that? Eight, 4, 2, 9. 6969. 6969. Oh man, you were so close. Someone could have gotten that. I wonder. I wonder. 3147. Yeah, I'll get like one guess, but I'm kind of curious to see if there's like any source code that I can see that tells me the right answer. I know this classifies as kind of cheating, but whatever. So I know that it can't be a 1. It has to be from... Well, actually, it is a 1. Like, Froggy, what are you doing? You're cheating. There's like a whole bunch of stuff here. No, I don't think it's here. Alright, anybody want to give one last guess? Hold on, let me give one guess too. Let me say 2024. No, that's not it. I go now, goodbye. Hey, have a good night, Dr. Vogel. Thank you for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. Alright. I think that's enough for Guess the Pin. Let's see what experiments... 14 years, 613, what this is. So, supposedly, this is all of Google's experiments that they're currently doing. And this was recommended to me by, I think, Nuclear Bombs. So, yeah. I don't know what kind of experiments they have here, but some of them are kind of interesting. There's AI experiments and art and culture experiments. It makes me kind of think of like what they're doing with like the amount of money they make. Especially with AdSense off YouTube. Let's see about AR and this is called the Bouncing Band. Bouncing Band turns any space into a musical instrument. Just use objects and characters from. What does this mean? Okay, it's not supported. Never mind. But that's kind of cool. They have like experiments you can try. Celebrating creativity and AI. Oh, there's Music FX. Describe a musical idea. Hold on, you can't see this. It says, describe a musical idea and hear it come to life. There's also transform text into images and explore endlessly. A personalized AI collaborator designed to help you do your best thinking. And that's called Notebook LM. Oh wait, this is the one that makes the schedule, right? I think. Supposedly, you can make like a schedule of your daily events. Or like anything you want to do. If you want to take a vacation, you can have like a schedule planned out and it will just make it for you. I know there's like an AI that does that. Let me see. Sign in with Google. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta sign in with Google, huh? How about this? For me, whenever I have to log in through like incognito, I literally forget about like my own my own email and my own password. I feel like I'm the only one that ever has that problem. Okay. So this one creates music, I think. Let's see. Anybody got any prompts? Anything that you guys want to hear? Any pleasant melodies? This one's already filled in. It says sad, moody, traditional Japanese flute music. Let me see. Sad, moody, Japanese flute music. I know there's like a website that has this already. I forget like which one it was. I think it was Sona AI. Nice. That was very primitive. that was very let me see. Let's try heavy metal screaming. How about this? I'm kind of genuinely curious how the AI will do this. I'm not into like this type of thing, but I want to see if this is, or I want to hear if this is gonna work. I'm not gonna lie. That's not very. That's not very good. It seems like it's only instrumental. Yeah. Here, let me compare this to like Sona AI. Hear this. So there's like I know we did this last time. We went to this website that generated like AI music, and this was a top, like a, what is it, a tier above like what we did before. With this is definitely worse. Let me refresh your memories. What's a good song here? All of these are like AI generated. Hold on, let me log in again. Let me log in again. Oh my god, I already had some loaded. Like, I'm not, like, for AI, but I'm not, like, against it either. I'm not, like, vehemently one of those people who are like, burn AI, put it on the cross. But I'm not, like, a supporter of it or anything. I do know that AI is going to become a thing, so... Some companies are already using AI. As far as, like, replacing human creativity, though, I don't think that's something that AI can replicate. Like, to the max, I mean. Let me see. So, the last prompt we did was heavy metal screaming. Let's see what it does with this. Unless you guys have any prompts you guys want to hear. This one, it takes like a little bit longer to process and a little bit longer to make, but it gets it. Does AI mess up the rhythm? Let's see if this one does it. Hold on, I think the screaming's gonna come. Isn't that cool? Alright, I'm not into like heavy metal or anything. Some people might have enjoyed that. Some people, I apologize if it's not for you. I feel the same way about country music. Evil disco goblins. I like how we went from like websites, like useless websites, and now we went into like the whole AI dimension. This is the last AI song though. It's funky disco. Like for some reason, and I don't know why, but like the songs are a lot better than like the actual art. There's like one thing I'm kind of curious about. You guys, so I kind of want this to be like an experiment. I want one brave artist out there to make like an AI generated track. And I don't know if people can immediately spot this, but I want them to submit it to like a record company and have it play over the radio and see if it will be able to reach like the charts of like the the music the music label, or like the, what is it, the Billboard Top 100s. I want to see if AI can do that as like an experiment, but I don't think anybody or any brave artist is gonna do that. Just to see if AI, if people can get fooled by it, but also have it project like upwards to like the top 100s. Like, it's a stupid idea, but like I wanna see. I'm genuinely curious. What's the second one? Like it sounds actually decent. Like it like it's from a band. Not like a garage band, but it sounds decent. Hold on, let me play one more. I'm curious as to like what these songs people made because they're trending. these these AI generated songs are trending. What is this? This was Doomcore. Vapor Funk Kawaii Lo-Fi. Okay. Alright. Holy crap. Oh my god, we've been going at it for like almost 3 hours now. Jesus. Okay. Alright, I think that's enough for in terms of websites. Oh my god, I need to eat dinner. This was a lot of fun. I never thought like useless websites could lead to like so many tangents. I always thought that maybe we were just gonna like do puzzle games or like learn about interesting facts. But damn, I really enjoyed this one. So yeah, next Sunday, not next Sunday, next week we're gonna continue with Fear and Hunger on Wednesday. For Friday, I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. Probably gonna be another game, but it's gonna be more positive and a bit more lively. And on Sunday, it's gonna be another community game night. Isn't that fun? Yes. Yeah, so next week, Fear and Hunger. Friday, not sure what it is. And Sunday, it's gonna be community game night. Probably gonna be Jackbox. More likely. Hopefully Jackbox. Actually, I'll make it Jackbox, alright? Since we haven't done that in like 2 weeks or so. And then the one other game, I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but we'll pull that one, alright? So yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming on the stream. I want to thank everybody for joining and talking and exploring different ideas and different subjects. I didn't expect that to be, you know, this amount of stuff, but I do appreciate everybody here who gave me like ideas on websites such as Neutrality Czar and legalized nuclear bombs. I appreciate you guys giving me like different websites and people who had fun with me and stuck it out and joined in. I appreciate all the support, and yeah, I hope I see you guys next week. Otherwise, have a good night. And thank you all once again. Bye-bye, everybody.